Hey, what is up guys, it's your boy Twe here. With the high demand on gold in the newer patches, I decided to make another video because there are a lot of requests on how I get this much gold that I do. Now there is a gimmick to it and it's not free to play. However, I will show you guys everything that you could do to get yourself the nice amount of gold, and actually a big something that you should never do. Let's get it popping. First and foremost is Stockade, but you never start Stockade without a single thing. So there's a way to get yourself a nice amount of gold, and that is with gold booster scrolls. Now when do you use this? Now preferably you would pick a gold booster just before the reset of the day hits, because then you can use one scroll for 2 days. So if you do this in the nice way, you use this ticket. Same goes for the 24 hours, go to mission, go to etc. Check this one out because these are all free, and then you simply pop your Stockade now with 2 extra gold booster scrolls, which is really good. Now the reason why I believe that Vespa should change the way that gold is acquired is for one big reason. Now with the new TM raids, you don't get any gold there, which means that if you're using your stamina, you can then not transfer that to gold. You also need gold for your ethers, aka your soul weapon enhancements. So there are so many things where you need to get your gold up. And guess what? There are not enough places, especially for new players, to go there. And I see a few people just go for something very nasty, which I believe you shouldn't do, which I'll get over in a little bit. And as you guys can see, I got myself 744% gold bonus, which is obviously a lot and definitely something that we'll go over in a little bit. Another thing which I have done in the past and still do to this day for a little bit of pocket change is get empty flask, and not just any empty flasks. What I do is I go by the first 3 tiers of empty flask and I buy all of them at the shop. Reason for it being, if you just grab these things and you sell them, this is 200 gold. But if you fill them up with EXP, which is easily done with the Stockade as well, you can get 6 times the amount of money from it, which is absolutely insane. So the money that you spend into the little shop and then get out of it once again, it's pocket change, but it is something to keep in mind. So knowing that the EXP potions give you a lot of money as well, make sure to do the EXP Stockade as well, even if you are max level. Another tip would be is grind the runes that you don't need. Reason for it being, the money that you get from this is pretty decent. Unfortunately, I don't have much to show for it because I don't have many runes for this now, but if you can see that with just 8 runes you can get almost 1,000,000 gold, you can imagine that if you have more runes it would be way more. Another thing which could be worth selling if you have a high amount of these is cocaine. So basically you go Pablo Escobar on this thing and you sell all of them. Reason for it being, I am at a point in the game where I don't need anything of these anymore, especially when it comes down to the TM gear, which everybody will be going over to in a certain point. Cocaines are not necessary anymore, so what I can just do is I sell all of them. We get no more cocaine. Now I've told in the past that Dragon Heart modes is one of the nicest ways of getting gold. I stand corrected because now with chapter 10 and farming the highest stage on there, this method I wouldn't go for it anymore. The reason why I went for this method is obviously the legendary scrolls, but once again with the TM gears, I don't think you need that many legendary enhancement scrolls anymore because they cannot be used at the TM gears. But in all fairness, you can always decide to just say, oh, I'm gonna fart hard mode dragons for whatever reason because I can dispatch them or whatever and I have an unlimited amount of stamina. This is a way to still get yourself gold on a pretty decent amount. Now then comes one of the biggest questions: how do you get that biggest gold boost percentage? Well, and that is to buy costumes. And one in particular, and that is the beach costumes, because every single one and their mother will give you 3% gold boost. That means that if you need to have this, you need a lot of rubies to get there. So is this a free to play method? No, but it is something worth noting. Now I haven't done the actual math which one is better, but I believe in my current gold boost 10-29 is better for me. And the reason for it being, the difference lies within the amount of items that you get here. The amount of items that you get here in contrast to Your 9-23 is way different, where you're selling out more of the items and don't care much about the gold boost. This one is definitely gonna get you a lot of money if you do have the gold boost. Now, I haven't done the actual math on which one is better, but 9-23 is one that I started out before chapter 10, and it is a very good one because you get a lot of rewards from these. So basically what you're doing, you're trading your stamina for gold, which is basically a nice representation of real life where you're trading your time for money. But now, one of the things that I believe is a big no-no, and that is getting this one onto your Gobos. By just picking up this gold box, it seems like, oh my god, I'm finally getting gold again. But look at these other resources. So let's say you get yourself 1 billion gold. Great, that could have been one unique weapon or a unique treasure. Like, I will be screaming at your ass if you pick these gold boxes. It makes absolutely no sense in contrast to these other items. Like, you can better even get the mysterious fragment, hope for your luck on a soul weapon, and that is even just bogus. I would rather go for these two, especially as a newer player, and not go for a gold box. So that is it for the video, guys. For most people this is nothing new, but I've received a lot of questions on the do's and don'ts of farming gold, so here's where it's at. So if you like the video and want to see more of this type of content, put down into the comments what you guys want to see. Make sure to like and sub if you haven't already, but I'll see you guys in the next one.